Hey guys, welcome back to the Film Fan Club. I'm Sam Carrico. Let's talk about Sherlock Season 4, Episode 2, The Lying Detective. Okay, so you all know, if you saw my last review, I was really upset, I guess, with the first episode of this season. I was really ready to get on to some more Moriarty stuff, and I was a little annoyed whenever I was getting ready to watch this episode, saw the trailer for it, and it looked like there was going to be no Moriarty stuff left to be found. I'm not even sure why they teased that at the end of the last season, but all that aside, the plot for this episode is a lot better. We're finally getting into some Sherlock stuff. It's got the guy who played... Oh, I can't remember. He was a villain in the first two Captain America movies. Anyways, he did a really good job in the Captain America movies. That actor returns to now play the villain in this film. He's kind of like an untouchable evil dude, and I really liked the mystery aspects of this too. They really are able to make me really interested in because I guess Sherlock meets up with this guy's daughter because at the beginning of the episode we see he's admitting to something, he needs to kill somebody, and just one word, and the daughter can't remember. He wipes the memory of his daughter, and Sherlock's trying to figure out what would this one word for that guy, and then it leads him down this path. I'm gonna go ahead and get into spoilers. I'm gonna assume that you've seen this episode, so let's talk spoilers. He finds out that the dude's a serial killer, and things go a little bit crazy because this guy seems like he's better. It seems like each season we meet a new villain who's better at outwitting Sherlock, and being able to see Sherlock have this breakdown in this episode, that was pretty cool. I like that we're actually focusing on Sherlock more instead of a whole, the John Watson show, with his stupid ex-wife who's now dead. And I was really hoping that Mary wouldn't come back, but we get to see a lot more Mary now, and that's stupid. It's kind of stupid that he sees her, but it's kind of like a post-traumatic stress kind of, coping mechanism sort of thing. So, I guess that makes sense in a sense, but I just kind of thought it was silly for this show. But whatever, the actress, whenever you see her as part of John Watson's psyche, whenever he's imagining her, they use it, I guess, sparingly enough to where it doesn't overshadow anything, and this is very much so a Sherlock episode. Trying to take down this dude who he finds out is a serial killer, and then he eventually goes so crazy to try and figure out that this guy's a serial killer because all the facts aren't there, and he almost kills him. He almost kills him, and there's some pretty dark moments in this. I thought that he freaked out and killed the guy. I was like, oh man, that's a really true to life, or not true to life, but more like, kind of gray area type of realistic thing. Like he knew that the guy was a serial killer, didn't have the evidence to back. He freaked out, and Sherlock killed him. And then now, we got to deal with the after. No, they just kind of took the shortcut, and they're like, oh well, Watson stopped him, so that's good. There's a couple times where the show, I think they're gonna go, really far with it, and then they don't, and they kind of do that again with the end of the episode, and the resolution kind of bothered me a little bit because he was able to get the guy to. Hannah, my girlfriend, I watched this show with, and she likes it. She's a lot smarter than me when it comes to it. As soon as Sherlock got hospitalized and put in one of the dude's hospitals, she was like, oh well, he's gonna try and get the dude to kill him, and then that's how he's gonna save the day and prove that he's a serial killer. It's exactly what happened. So it was a little bit predictable, I guess, like that, but I wouldn't have predicted it. She predicted it. She's a lot smarter than me. So, but that was one thing. And then whenever they did that, I liked that. But I guess that the writer Stephen Moffat wrote this episode, and I guess that he after he wrote that really cool ending, he's like, oh shit, that's entrapment, isn't it? Okay. Well, so there's this really weird tonal shift with the main villain at the end, because he goes from doing everything to cover it up to like, I'm untouchable, and then Sherlock casually mentions at the end of the episode, like, I guess what I did was entrapment, so he would have been off scot-free, but he just can't stop confessing. So like, he went from this dude who has this creepy hobby of murdering people to this guy who's like really obsessed with fame, and being, even though he's already famous and rich and everything, he wants to be a famous serial killer. I don't know, the motivations of the character, or the main villain, kind of shifted towards the end that were kind of, I didn't really quite buy it. And there was just some really, the character was creepy, but the main villain seemed like they kind of made him creepy, like just to the point of like, he was literally threatening Sherlock Holmes, the Queen, and talking about how he could kill whoever he wants, like right there in a hospital in front of a bunch of kids. That was a really uncomfortable scene. So this episode made me uncomfortable, made me hate this bad guy. and it made me want to see Sherlock take him down. And I thought the way that Sherlock took him down was really, really smart. I mean, I thought it was smart. I mean, it could have been predictable, but I mean, I liked the way he was able to set it all up, and it was cool getting to see something that Sherlock couldn't solve. And I really wanted to know who the sister. I mean, well, yeah, it was I wanted to know who the main villain's daughter that Sherlock hung out with for an entire night, who that was, and it turns out that's Sherlock's sister. Again, this is a spoiler review, so it's revealed at the end that Sherlock has a long-lost sister, which I didn't know was a plot we were going to discover. I remember hearing like something about a third Holmes brother like once in the episode, and then towards the end it's like, oh, actually he has a sister. It's like, oh, okay. I didn't know we were going to pursue him having a brother as a storyline. So whatever, that was kind of out of left field to me. But it'll be interesting to see where it goes. I'm a little pissed off that out of the 3 episodes where I was promised an entire season on Moriarty, I felt like I was promised an entire season on Moriarty. We're not getting any Moriarty, so that's neither here nor there. But it's frustrating for me as a fan. But at least we're getting back to the Sherlock Holmes kind of formula, the Sherlock Holmes kind of storyline, and Sherlock Holmes is the main character again. We're not focusing on John Watson's love story, and then also Sherlock Holmes' sister, I guess, was the person that John was texting in the last episode. So that kind of brings some reason to that, having that there. So I'm glad they were able to just make that worthwhile, because I thought that was a stupid, pointless storyline. Why would you do that? I don't know. It was stupid. But anyways, this is a much better improvement on the last episode. I like this episode a lot more. So I'm interested to hear what you guys thought of it. Let me know in the comments section below. But as far as a score for the episode, I'd probably give it, whereas I gave the last episode a 3.5, I'd probably give this a 6.5. Hey, thanks for checking this video out. If you like it, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel for more content like this. We got a lot of other reviews for TV shows like The Crown on Netflix, a series of unfortunate events coming up, a lot of other Orange is the New Black, all the Marvel shows. Check it out, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well, @Samuel D. Carrico. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.